Hi everyone, this is Alyssa, and it's time for another Museum Monday. Today I am bringing to you the National Museum of Natural History, which is in Washington, D.C. This museum opened up in 1910, so it has been around for a very long time. I personally love these museums of natural history. I have been to the one in D.C. and I have been to the one in New York City. I love exploring our world, everything that has come before us, everything that is surrounding us. I find all of it to be so fascinating. There's always so much to learn when you go on these trips and experience these things, these exhibits. So I wanted to show you how to explore the virtual tours that are available on the website. The link to the virtual tours is in the description of this video, and when I post it on Facebook, it will be in the description of the post as well, so you'll be able to access it very easily. So I'm going to show you how to access the tours from the link and show you how to navigate it. It is really very fun. You kind of feel like you're on a walking tour of the museum, and because of the high quality of the pictures, a lot of it is actually very easy to read. Even though you can't see quite everything, you can still learn some new things and explore. You can easily get lost on this website for hours. You'll see what I mean. We're going to start here. You can see access the tours. And so permanent exhibits and current exhibits do blend into each other, but past exhibits, that's a whole different section. And so we're going to let's start with the permanent exhibits. You see I'm going to mouse over it and it'll come to life. And this is what your screen is going to look like. We are actually in the museum right now. So this is how this works. If you want to bump up to full screen, you do this. If you want to get rid of this little bar, you click on this one over here. So you see what happens when I use these arrows. It's going to rotate my view. I could also look up so you can see the architecture of the building, which is quite lovely. Or I could look down, which will help us read some of the captions that we see. And of course I can zoom in and I can zoom out. So then you also have over here the layout of the building. So you can see here's where we are. We're in the rotunda. We can stay on the first floor. We can go to the ground floor. We can go also to the second floor. So we're going to stay on the first floor and we are going to explore. Where do I want to go? There are so many choices. I love the ocean hall, so we're going to start right here. And that's where we're going to go. So see, when you click, it brings it right to you. And then you can close this. And if you want to bring it back, you'll just click on whichever floor it is. Just wanted to clear up the screen. So immediately you can see these images are so high quality and you can actually read some of the captions. So see, you don't have to use all of the arrows. You can also click and drag your screen. Every now and then you'll see one of these little camera icons. I'm really glad I clicked on this one so you can see the camera icon. It's not on every exhibit. It's not every place that you will explore, but they do show up. So I want you to be aware when you click on them, what do you see? It actually shows you a little bit more detailed view of this exhibit so you can see it a little closer. So I'm going to zoom in on this and you can actually see the shells in detail and you can read the descriptions. This is really fun to explore, whether you're doing it with kids or yourself. You're somebody like me who loves going to museum, or maybe your kids are doing oceans or fossils or something in science class. They can explore this museum and actually read the captions and see what they're looking at. It's so fascinating. I love this kind of stuff. I love it. So then we're going to get out of this and we're going to keep exploring. So now these arrows down here help you get to the next location of the tour. You can also use these to kind of jump to something that you think looks interesting. Okay, so I'm going to go here. Look at that shark! So, and then again, I'm going to go ahead and click and drag so I can get a better view of the shark. I'm going to go back a little bit so I can stay in the ocean hall. There we go. So now I'm looking kind of up above, so that's why I'm going to click and drag down. What else is there to see? Look at all of the, it really feels like you're right in the middle of the museum. It is so fun to look at. And you can also, if you see these blue arrows, you can use these to help guide you to the next part of the exhibit that you're able to view. And I'm just going to keep going. Look at that. Coral reefs, a delicate balance of life. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to zoom in, and I can actually read all about coral reefs over here. And zooming in, I can see some of the fish that are in there as well. You can play a little I Spy game. Do you spy Nemo? Where's Nemo? There's Nemo right over there. So that's a lot of fun. And because these are just photos that were taken, there is some glare and some of it is hard to read, but like I said, you can keep zooming in and the photos are actually very high quality, and you can read all about the different lifestyles or how they are living and sharing these tight spaces. It's amazing what they've been able to produce and host on their website. So let's keep going and see what else there is. Look at all of that. So you get to just keep going. So let's see. I'm going to go now to, and look, there are little check marks so you can see where you've gone. So let's say, okay, every day you want to try to get through one of the halls. You can see which ones you've done and where you've missed. Oh, I missed marine collections. And there we go. Brings me right to it. I'm going to take care of that. And you can read all about what we're going to look at next and keep going. All right, I'm going to go to the next floor. I'm going to go to the next section, which is a giant ground sloth. Look at this. Let's see if I can zoom in on that description. You can also then go and you can look things up. You can have little curiosities, things that you found that you want to learn more about yourself. So because I'm keeping this open, I can see my trajectory as I continue to go along. And again, those little check marks show up so you know what you have seen and what you haven't seen. Taking advantage of the trees. Going to zoom in on this little inset here so I can see what they're talking about. So as you see, it's very easy to explore. There's a lot to see. Objects of wonder. Let's start at number 1. I'm going to the second floor. Zoom in. Where do we get our items? That's fascinating. And so that's how you can explore all around this museum. It's a lot of fun. Let your curiosity guide you. And like I said, you can read as many of these captions, these little plaques as possible. There really are a lot of them. And you can just keep going. You can just keep exploring. And if there's something that you're curious about, you can go ahead and look it up on the internet, find out more. Let this be a really nice starting guide to some of the things that you want to learn and explore while you're home right now and even in the future. And it's a great little virtual field trip so you can feel like you're doing something different and you're getting out. Oh, I love that. Look at that. Dazzling diversity. So it really does feel like you're on a museum tour. I absolutely love the National Museum of Natural History. And then remember, when you are all done, you can just hit back on your browser and you'll be back here. So again, you can take a look at some past exhibits as well. You can see what Fossil Hall used to look like. You can see all different sorts of things that they used to have. Last American dinosaurs. I love dinosaurs, so I find this all to be very fun. And there you go. So that's really it. If you have any questions, you're not really sure how to explore, You can always ask me a question, leave a comment on the video or below on the Facebook post, and just have fun. There's really no wrong way to explore and see what's out there in the museum, and this is one of my favorite tours that I'm going to share with you. So have a great time with it, and always be curious and always keep learning. Have fun, everyone.